определяет судьба малого бизнеса. Так описал экономическую ситуацию глава департамента малого бизнеса Джанел Дорес. Количество заявлений о банкротстве в экономической столице США увеличилось на 40% по сравнению с прошлым годом. Когда закрываются небольшие магазинчики и рестораны, нарушается не только привычный ритм города, теряются рабочие места, а с ними налоговые поступления, на которых строится экономика. Сегодня мы поговорили с людьми, в чьих руках будущее Нью-Йорка, и спросили, каким они его видят.
Hi, so I own a dance studio here in Brooklyn, 959 Flatbush Avenue, and I am a dance instructor myself and a professional dancer. So we actually had to stay closed for 6 months. We didn't open up. We closed in early March, like the second week of March, I think it was. It was like the 15th, I think that was the last day. We've been closed ever since, and then we opened back up only for private lessons and studio rentals in, I would say, August, late August. And, well, basically we owe rent right now for those months that we were still closed. The landlord didn't give us a break, so we're basically in debt right now. Oh, I did apply for the EIDL. It's a relief fund, basically, from the government. They're supposed to give it to all the businesses, and I only received $1,000.
Just 1,000?
Just 1,000. So what happened is also I don't technically have employees, so I don't know if they, because of that, they didn't give me, a larger sum. But I just feel like they didn't take into consideration, one, the industry that I'm in, and the entertainment industry was closed. And we were the ones who went the longest without having business, So I feel like they should have taken that into consideration, and we should have been, whoever was in the entertainment industry should have received, more, because we had to stay closed in order to survive.
Mm-hmm. And I remember you opened online classes.
We did.
Yes. It was helpful or no?
It was helpful in a sense where it just helped keep the community engaged and connected. It wasn't, something where, like, I would say that really brought in money, or was some sort of like a, economically helpful.
Mm-hmm. What is your feeling about this situation, about your business?
About my business itself, I'm optimistic. While we were closed, I was able to do some renovations here at the studio because it was closed, and normally, we don't have time to be able to do these type of renovations if there are things happening every day. And we don't know how long it's going to be until, we're able to open up to our regular capacity, which here we can hold up to 115 people, and right now we can only do 25%. So.
But anyway, you feel optimistic?
I do feel optimistic.
Why?
Yeah. I think just myself, I'm a New Yorker, really, honestly, and I always try to figure it out. So I think that no matter what, I'm always going to try and figure out a way to make it work, even if I have to, like, step aside from not being able to just, really focus on doing group classes here and really act as a dance school. The space itself will have to act as another thing to bring in income.
So you just built new rails for your business?
Basically, yeah. I personally didn't have a bad time during quarantine. I'm actually a very busy person, so for me it was kind of like a break. But I feel like I'm not afraid. I just feel like if it has to happen, in order for everyone's health and, for everyone's safety to be closed down, it's just something that we all have to do. So I'm not, like, afraid of it, but I do hope that, our government can help us and, financially, so that we can, once we come back, we can still stay in business, basically.
But right now, because not much of business, so we open at 8 o'clock morning and we close at 7 o'clock at night. So just, save the time, so we employ the salary.
And after quarantine, did you change prices for your services or no? Do you have the same prices for your service?
service price didn't change, but we changed the lot of flavor just to keep a customer come over.
So the same price,
A little bit cheap.
a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. Then whatever customer want to say, oh, this is too much, can you give discount? Okay, go ahead, you know. Just keep it happy.
And could you compare quantity of your customers before quarantine and now? This is the same or less?
Less. This is much less. I try play PPP, and they ask me a lot of information, and I give it to her, and finally, and they say, okay, you can get like something $4,000, but finally I didn't get it.
Okay.
For some reason, didn't get it.
Are you only one worker in this place, or you have another workers?
They had another workers. So I just got it. Finished.
Okay.
Here you are.
Done?
Yeah, done.
Okay.
It's done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How long do you have this business here?
Since 2000, it took a couple years. Actually, I'm not too scared, but this is life. You know, something happened. We only just waiting for the government fix the issue. You know, so and for past like a lot of things, we just slow. We just waiting for. So I'm not free. I know for my age, this is life. Maybe young kids they don't never see that before. But for me, should be okay. We'll be past. It will be okay. You know, we just listen to government say stay home. Just stay home. Don't go out. Don't go out. We just stay there. That's all. I don't know what time business life getting back. I don't think so. Maybe this year or maybe next year because a lot of people they just move out around here. Yeah, so some customers they just move to parents' houses just save money, you know, something like this.
Ну, после карантина, как вы знаете, все знаете, было тяжело вообще, все было закрыто, все были как бы деспо, даже туалетную бумагу не могли найти. Представляете, салонов, как это было, все сидели дома, хотели тоже стричься, хотели такую краску, порядок себе сделать, и у них не получалось. Что мы делали? Мы делали house calls, мы делали всякие вещи, чтобы наш клиент сохранился. Что много людей боялись, знаете, приходить, вообще house calls сделать, много людей боялись. Что мы делали? Мы это время решили сделать big renovation здесь, и как вы видите, мы здесь сделали все новое. Наш салон был, он был красивый, но он был маленький и простой такой. А сейчас мы все силы вложили сюда, чтобы публику вау сказать, что всем нашим клиентам нам хорошо как работать, хорошее, чисто новое место, и люди больше придут, и надеемся, будет все хорошо, и эти маски снимем, и будем работать и улыбаться вам. Это взяло 3 месяца сделать, да? Да. Мы не могли сказать без карантина, как нашим мастерам, сидите дома 3 месяца и дайте нам сделать ремонт. Это было не было бы, понимаете, никогда. Они бы все убежали в мастера, в другой салон. Что этот карантин сделал что-то хорошее для меня, я скажу. Он дал время подумать, что надо, важно.
А вы сохранили всех своих сотрудников после карантина?
Ну, жалко, 1-2 нет пока. Ну что делать, понимаете? Столько мастеров было. И теперь как людей мало. Мы стараемся, чтобы все были здесь.
То есть вот когда первые дни открылись, был большой поток клиентов сразу или приходилось зазывать людей?
Да, много сразу пришли, потом чуть-чуть, знаете, успокоилось. Ну, сейчас обратно люди идут, волосы растут.
А вы получили какую-то поддержку от правительства финансовую?
Ну, мы чуть-чуть лом взяли от этого, как города. Они нам дали чуть-чуть, мы положили сюда, много добавили тоже, и мы сделали, что надо.
А как будет развиваться ваш бизнес, скажем, в ближайшие 2-3 месяца?
Ну, мы будем подниматься потихоньку сейчас. Будем клиенты обратно говорить, что мы здесь, они будут видеть нас. И hopefully заходить.
How you survived during quarantine?
The first time we all stayed home, we closed our businesses. I homeschooled all my kids, and it was a very busy time. My husband tried to work remotely, but we got very little work done because we're busy with our kids. And we wanted them to get an education despite the quarantine, and they had to be entertained. Now that when we reopened, my practice was flooded because no one had gotten their annual eye exams. So right now I'm just working to catch up. I also work in nursing homes. the nursing home patients also all lost their glasses, all need their eye drops. So right now I'm working harder than ever now that Cuomo reclosed all the schools without good medical evidence that there was a high infection rate in our community, and definitely discriminated against the Orthodox Jewish population, who, by the way, are educated and know what they're doing. Yes, we are stubborn, but we are educated and not stupid the way they make it sound like we don't know what we're doing. I have a doctorate, my husband's an attorney. We understand the concept of a virus, but believe it or not, I might even know more about viruses than Cuomo does. But he, in his infinite wisdom, closed all schools, and now I'm struggling to keep up with my work. Hence, you see my aim. I've got 20 other things to do right now. But we're struggling to homeschool our kids. I'm still paying tuition for my private school, which, by the way, I'm helping the city. Orthodox Jewish people do not send to the public schools. The city does provide a little funding, a minimal amount, which they're saving billions of dollars not having to educate the Orthodox Jewish population because we pay for our own schooling. We also have our own ambulances. We have our own police also. I don't know if you know that. We actually pay for a lot of things the city does not have to pay to help us with. But Cuomo decided to shut that all down. So it's making everyone's lives much harder, especially because we have expenses are still on our heads that we have to continue working. Then closing the businesses without instead of making it functional, it is not functional because we need to have our businesses, we need to continue life. Walmart's open, CVS is open, Target's open, but all the small businesses were closed. That's part of the heart of the Jewish Orthodox community. We have a lot of businesses that are struggling immensely, and that one-time grant, it was not enough to float everything, so it's a mess.
How long this business was closed?
How long it was closed? It closed on the 17th of, the 16th of March, and we reopened for COVID, for the PPP program on the 27th of April. And we opened for deliveries only. And then we got the permission for the outdoor cafe, and we got that built in July. And we've been using the outdoor cafe and deliveries until 2 weeks ago when we got the 25% seating indoor.
Oh, good. It was really hard to get permissions.
No, it wasn't. It was very easy to get, for outdoor, it was very easy to get the permissions. It was city were very good.
And now, when you open for indoor seating, inspectors bother you or no?
No.
Oh, it's good.
No, I have no complaints with there was a lot of oversight initially from both not the health department, the DOT, state troopers and the state liquor authority. But they were trying to establish the patterns and that. So since that, I have no complaints, no.
When this business
But we are conforming, we are very much, we've had inspections, which I would expect, but we've had no violations. We are conforming to the protocols. So I think if you perform to the protocols, you will be you'll be fine with the inspectors. Yeah, they're not out to put us out of business.
And question is, when this business was closed, did you feel a fear you will never come back, you will never open your business again? Just your personal feelings.
I don't live in unfounded fears. I live one day at a time. I do. I could subscribe to the impermanence of everything, and I don't expect everything to stay the same. So I get to a place of acceptance that whatever will be, will be. But for me, I live in the day.
And about your customers, how could you compare, please, atmosphere in this place before quarantine and after quarantine? So people are the same or different?
No, well, outdoor cafe is doing very well. There's still a reluctance to dine indoors. There's a little fear, especially with an older demographic, and some of our demographic early in the evening, and that are middle-aged to older people, and they have a fear factor yet coming indoors. which is understandable because, you know, they have no empirical evidence exactly how this virus behaves. So we're still in the research phase of that. So they are understandably.
And did you change your price range? Did you?
No.
No. So the same prices.
No, I have regular customers that come here for. I owned the place for 30 years, and I didn't change my prices. No.
And do customers spend the same amount per table or less? Just your feelings about this.
I would say basically the same amount. Yeah. There's not a material change on that. No.
And about your personal feelings, do you think positively or negatively about the future of this place?
I always believe the roses will bloom again. They will. So I believe we'll just come through this, and we'll come through it in whatever way we come through it. It may never be the same again, but then we can pivot and adjust to whatever the new reality is. Have confidence, your city will rise again. It has done it before, and it'll do it again. It did it post 9/11, it did it post Hurricane Sandy, and it will come back because there's so much intrinsically in this city that's not in any other city. So it's got the intangibles that make a city a great city. It's got them all, yeah.